Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to my 100% Madness Retaliation running guide that I have definitely not been procrastinating on finishing. So you don't have to worry about that at all. So today we are going to be covering part 9 of the speedrun, which would be the club door split. In all honesty, this one isn't all that crazy. It's mainly a lot of backtracking. The big goal of this split is to get the big gear, the big boy gear that we're going to be taking into Clown Town, actually. So that's exciting, isn't it? That's pretty good. So here's the gist. Basically, I'll explain. We're gonna go down from here, through like an area in here, and there's gonna be like a portal that shoots us out like right around here. Because we don't have access to the PID yet, this is gonna be the quickest way that we can get into this area, so we can get up here, come up here, go down here, grab the room that we missed earlier, because we don't want to have to come back up here, try to warp here later. That would be a little frustrating and kind of not a saving of time if we're going to come up here anyway right now, just to get the excellent gear that will take us through the rest of the game really quickly. So, yeah. In the end, there's a room up here that is pretty much going to be the furthest room that we need to get to, and everything else is just kind of on the way that we need to fill in, like this room and the portals. So it all works out pretty well, if I do say so myself. So here, I'll take you through it. It's not, honestly, we have done so much harder stuff on this run already. If you are staying dedicated and you've been taking what I've been saying to heart and you've been learning, props to you, you know, props for sticking with it, and I know you'll be a great runner of this game. So, let's see here, what's the move? Yep, alright, so, we're gonna do our movement. Our goal here is just basically, move as fast as possible, just keep it going. There are a couple fights, in this route, as you will see, but not very many of them are substantial. Or, well, actually, I think one of them is just a pretty beefy fight, but that's about it. You only have like really one that you need to think about on this route. So here, let's just get going. Let's do our thing. Let's get to the gear. So, all right. So this is a room that we avoided earlier because there's no locker here. Just a lock level 3. That we can't get to without mag zombies. Now this is an important locker, so mainly just because of this item right here, this zombie head. So this does something very important. So you know how zombies, when they get a kill with their melee, they get that bloodlust bonus. This is that, and this is a melee weapon. Now, remember that, yeah, like it says, it only works once per turn, so it works as an amazing AP refill for someone who has a lot of AP at this point, like the guy gearing up with Sanford stuff. It works out pretty well, believe it or not. So, here. Let's just take a dive right in. So, this room has a lot of, like, this is a really weird setup to walk in on. But the most important thing is making sure that we take advantage of that bloodlust to get all of that AP to do as much damage as we can this turn. So a big thing to set up is getting 4 shots on this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because he has 18 health, if I remember correctly. And him shooting his hook across the room will now instantly dispatch this guy. So then we can feel free to use our 4 guaranteed damage over here as we please. Typically I like to use it on this guy just because he's he's within distance, and it'll take exactly half of his health away, because these guys, if you remember, have 32. So let's just do that. So what I like to do with heavy here is we got to check out the enemy placement here, and as you can see, there are 3 of them lined up pretty well, so we can just walk forward, just bam, give it a nice little double shot. And I like to take out this guy, and I like to just do what I can with this guy until we get down to 2 AP. Yeah, see? So we can finally finish dispatching that group, and then what we can do is we can throw our hook over here, get our bonus, 7 AP back, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll just put 1 over here, and then we only have 4 flashbang animations to play. Yep, see? Just 4 guys just doing their thing. And so we can just finish them off like this, and it'll be no problem. Super easy room. See? Everything works out. That was... It's nice and simple. You just gotta make sure that you are, like I said, distributing your... Like, just doing the things that we've been learning to do fundamentally throughout the run anyway. Just distributing your damage efficiently, and just making sure that you are picking the right targets with the right weapons, like highly armored targets with these armor-piercing stuff. Make sure that you line up for the Bloodlust passive to get a super duper big turn 1 with zombie head proc, and so that's good there. Now this is another important locker. We actually get 2 important lockers before we even really do anything. So or like get very far in this split, so to speak. So we take this, and it has the auto shotty, which is just a straight upgrade of this. Sure, you have to fire twice to do the damage of this, but it actually fires faster than the other shotguns to compensate, and it gives you more chances to hit. Like, on average, you will be doing more damage with the auto shotty than you will with the sawed-off. So it is just... It's pretty convenient. Let me see here. Oh, and another important thing is that it has 4 range rather than 3. So even if you were thinking like, you know what? Maybe I'll just stick with the sawed-off. This is better for range too. And one range is a huge difference actually. This makes it the same as pistol range. It is really, really good. It is so good, actually. I didn't know how good this weapon was until I actually looked at the stats. It is a good weapon. So just always remember to pop that on heavy real quick after you get it. Like, remember the zombie head equip, remember the auto shotty equip, and then we just keep going. So you unlock this as you leave, just so you don't have to do it as you come back. And then we head up and to the left so we can take that elevator. Like, a lot of this split is actually just walking through empty rooms. It really isn't that eventful past those enemies that we faced back there. And a really, really small encounter that we did not clear out earlier, that we will be coming up on soon, but that is not important. See, so we come down here, we get this, we take it, don't do anything with it, because we are kind of past that point now. At this point, it's not really that valuable of armor in the first place. Even if we had it, I doubt we'd use it. So now you got that. And then we head right here. This is that place that you didn't go right in the beginning. Y'all remember part 1? Haha. Yeah, so this is a pretty easy battle. Just take it from top to bottom. Takes 3 shots. Takes pretty small amount of movement, and not much with the heavy. It's super easy to just sweep through if you just click like that. Alright, so this is Valuable Locker 1. This is Deimos shirt and Bren gun. So we're going to take that. And we're going to head into this next one immediately. And we were going to take the Sanford head and the Deimos head. So this is a pretty important equip right here. So what we're actually going to do is we're just going to go... So here, I'm going to take you through this. So, at this point, the important things that we got now, we got the Sanford head, which is going to go on this guy to complete the Sanford gear, because it is really, really good to have for the stun and the pull, which we are going to need a lot in Clown Town. And then we are going to have heavy lined up with something a little different now. So, check this out. So, first we're going to go to headgear. We're going to equip Sanford. On CQB2, we're going to go to heavy. We're going to equip Deimos on his headgear, this armor, and then we're going to go sub-weapon and click Bren. And that's your equip. That's... I feel like I got to repeat the process, but go to headgear, click the Sanford. You'll already be on headgear here, so you click Deimos, armor, Deimos, same place, Bren gun, and sub-weapon. And that's that menu all wrapped up. It's nice and easy once you get used to it. And now you have this gigantic, with the Deimos gear, 8 range, 12 damage, collateral damage killing machine. And it is absolutely ridiculous. This is a pretty core part of getting through Clown Town and the setups efficiently. So, and you'll really see it come into play once we get there. But yeah, and then pretty much the rest of the split is just walking to the door, really. There's not much to it, but I'll just show you guys anyway, just because it is what it is. We have the gear. Everybody's pretty set up. I want to see what his gear would be, actually, at this point, because he would regularly be wearing this, and I'm kind of wondering if there's any point to anything else. This would be inferior. This is totally fine. This is actually pretty good. I feel like this would just be super optimal. Like you know, this is just like inferior. I mean, it's good for someone who's going to be taking damage, but Assault usually doesn't take damage. He just wants a lot of AP. And this is how to do it. I mean, like, this is how to get maximum first turn AP, but this is 5 per turn. This is only 3. Yeah. That's definitely the way to go, honestly. Keep that in mind. Term shades and ammo and camo. But now we have our full Deimos and we have our full Sanford, which is pretty important. And he has been keeping this same armor for a very long time. To be honest, it's probably the best you're gonna get, because we don't have an extra ammo and camo. If we did, I might consider using it on him, but yeah, we do not at this point. So then we just head back up to the door. Just go straight to the door. We're gonna get the other rooms in here later, like the key for Hank hallway and the super med kit. Little stretch of rooms there. So let's head up real quick. And there it is, club key door. So it's I mean, the split is pretty much over as soon as you enter the next room. So I suppose I'll just do that. I'm gonna unlock it, and then I'm gonna just save here because I want to have all the encounters ready for when you move into Clown Town, because Clown Town starts as soon as you move into that room, and that room is an encounter. So that'll be our split 10. That's a good one. You guys are gonna want to tune in for that one. There's a lot of really interesting strategy going into this one, and a lot of new things that you take advantage of and do now that we have additional tools like the collateral rifle, and a lot of extra precautions that we have to take because this thing is dangerous. And Sanford's Hook. Sanford's Hook becomes a huge tool. It is giantly important. Insane important. Alright, so at this point we're 62% done. Here's what the map looks like now that we've done it. We have the portal rooms and the lock room. We have lock room, portal room. We've got these rooms up here, and we have this room down here. We got our meta equipment on. This is gonna be different later, but I'm just doing it for my sub 55 run equipment, just for the sake of, hey, this is what I did. Even though I probably shouldn't. I might change it. I don't know. You know what? Let me know what you think. But you guys pretty much know the strats. I think that's what's gonna be the new meta. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So just another really important thing to note going into this next split with all of this cosplay gear on, so to speak. Note that the heavy now only has 8 health. Believe it or not, Deimos, his gear takes away 1 HP, which with the HP doubler is 2. So the usual minimum of 12 now becomes a minimum of 8. You are very weak with Deimos. You have to be incredibly careful about what he does and where he goes, and which enemies shoot who, and if they even get to shoot, because this is it's dangerous. Leaving him in any area where he's liable to get shot, or even like shot at, like even through smoke. I mean, it's not a good time. So, but this setup basically 9 AP. I mean, it's not like no AP gain per turn, but it's like an additional range. It's 9 AP to start. This is like pretty much, this is where you're going to be getting a lot of your one-turn rooms. With good strategy, you're going to be just kind of blowing through them if you play them right with the tools that you have now. Auto Shotty, Bren Gun, and Sanford Hook are all really important. So just keep that in mind as we go into this next split. I can tell you guys are going to like this one. So, thank y'all for tuning into this split club door. Yeah, it's split number 9 club door. And I will see you guys in split 10 Clown Town. Happy running.